Wait. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, how are you, buddy?
Doing all right. How about you?
Doing well. Enjoying this. The calendar says spring, Kyle. I don't know if you know that, but the calendar says it's April right now. It's April 13th, according to my calendar, my watch, whatever form of calendar you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have sworn it's August out because today's temperature felt more summer-like than spring-like. And also the days are getting longer too, so that helps as well. But I'm having a little bit of calendar confusion here.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, a little strange.
a little bit. Just a little bit. But anyway, we're back with another exciting episode of On a Couch Talking Sports. And we're glad to be here, as always. And definitely want to send a special shout out to everybody watching there tonight, including our two amazing sponsors, that being Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson. Big supporters of the show, big supporters of the Sports Blitz with Doug and I, as well as Screen Time with Doug and Kyle. Definitely give both those shows a watch if you have not already. We appreciate it. But yeah, shout out Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson for their continued support of On a Couch Talking Sports. So, big shout out, and the links, as always, will be in the description. Now that I got that promo out of the way, folks, I gotta be honest with you. Kyle and I, the well was running a little bit dry tonight in terms of ideas. You know, I think we can admit that. You know, it's been a long week. It's been a long couple weeks. Just a lot going on. Brains are just, you know, are on overload right now. Yeah, there goes some more right there. So we're going to keep this episode nice and simple for you all tonight. It's still going to be fun. It's still going to be, you know, the fun on a couch content that you have come to love and expect. But I think also it never hurts to go back to the basics. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So we are going to do an entire segment of Robbie's thought. It's not final thought because it's basically the segment for the episode. So it's Robbie's thought and the Sue's reviews. So I guess I'll go first with Robbie's thought of the evening. And my thought is that it's a very exciting time to be a sports fan in New England right now, especially these last few weeks. A lot going on. Very positive stuff going on in the New England sports scene. So, if we take you back, I think it's about 2 weeks now, the UConn men's basketball team won the NCAA men's basketball tournament. They won March Madness. So, big shout out to them for their victory as they beat San Diego State in the finals a week ago. Not this past Monday, but the Monday before, to win it all. And then, this past Saturday, Quinnipiac University, also based out of Connecticut, for those of you who didn't know that, a little geography lesson there, they won the NCAA men's ice hockey tournament themselves. So 2 teams from Connecticut in back-to-back weeks won NCAA men's championship. So congratulations to Quinnipiac as well on their program's first ever NCAA men's ice hockey championship. Big ups to Quinnipiac.
Cool.
And in the local sort of Boston area sports scene, you've got the Celtics and the Bruins both entering the playoffs. The Celtics will begin their playoffs Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon, I should say, against the Hawks at TD Garden. Very excited about that. The Celtics look to try to defend their Eastern Conference Championship and then once again earn a trip to the NBA Finals. Will they be able to do it? We'll find out. And then the Bruins, who are fresh off not only having the most points this season out of all NHL teams, but having set the record for most wins and most points in a single season in NHL history. They are closing out their regular season tonight and will begin the playoffs early next week which is a very exciting time as well. The Bruins, again, looking for their first Stanley Cup since 2011. Looking really strong, like I said before. And, here's hoping that maybe we could bring a couple championships home to Boston here over the next couple of months. That'd be insane
Mm-hmm.
if they could
Cool.
if they could pull that off. But yeah, good times right now happening in the New England and Boston sports landscape, and we're just happy to be here to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So, congratulations to, like I said, UConn and Quinnipiac, and best of luck to the Celtics and Bruins as they begin their playoff run. So, that's all I have for Robbie's thought. Just kind of a quick, to the point thought there for me. And so now, for a more elaborate segment that we all love, I'm going to turn it over to the man. You know him as Kyle, but you also know him as the Suze, and he likes to review. That's why it's called the Suze Reviews. So, take it away, Kyle.
Thank you. Um,
So now that I set you up like that,
that
go
was good.
for it.
That was good. I will definitely take
Take
that.
it and run.
So tonight I actually had a little bit of a conundrum. I couldn't decide which movie I wanted to review. I actually had two right off the top of my head. So you know what? Why not? I'll review them both.
A double review?
Oh yeah.
Wow, brace yourselves, folks. Brace yourself.
So I think I'll get this one out of the way first, just because it literally just came out. I want to say maybe a weekend or two ago. Is the new John Wick movie, John Wick Chapter 4? Yes, the fourth chapter in the semi-long running action series starring Keanu Reeves. Honestly, this one did not disappoint, and I would even call this one the best of the sequels. I personally am a fan of the first one. Actually, I'm sorry. I love all these movies. I personally am the biggest fan of the first one. If I had to pick out of the four, but this one's actually, I would say it's a close second. They really ramped up the action this time around, and I feel like that's one of the things that they've done each subsequent sequel. They just kind of really ramped it up a lot. And the last couple movies, 2 and 3, I feel like they had a very basic story, but this one, I actually really liked the overall kind of theme of friendship that really resonated in this. Which I know you're thinking friendship in a movie about like cold-hearted assassins and a guy who's running away from all this like or trying to get out of this whole life of assassins. That's pretty much what he's been trying to do since the first movie. And Keanu Reeves did not disappoint in this one. He's, as always, great as John Wick. He's a man of few lines, but very talented action guy as well. He, like, just the action scenes they were amazing. Like, I literally got to the point where he was literally fighting in traffic. Like, they were literally throwing each other into cars that were oncoming different directions. That's how crazy this movie gets. And
Interesting.
yeah. Like, this movie goes all out. Like it's one of the best looking action movies, I would say, just action series, I think, of all time. Like, they use really great filming techniques, and each movie kind of introduces new ways of doing, I feel like, very fresh ideas of doing action scenes. And that's really what I think the meat and potatoes of the series are. Yes, there's a story, and but that's really what you come to the movies for. You come for really high flying action, and it did not disappoint. Like, it's just a great movie. Like, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but there are some actually this time around, very kind of heart wrenching scenes throughout the movie. It is also the longest one, I think, out of all four of them. So just brace yourself. It's about maybe 2.5 hours or so. But you're not even gonna realize the time. That's the thing about this movie. Like, the movie is very brisk at its pacing. You never feel bored. It's just like, one action set piece to the next. But they have they do a great job at building, each action set piece. Like, it's a great movie. Like, just go see it. Like, honestly, even if you didn't see the first three, I think you can jump into this one fine. Like, it does help to see, the first three, if especially if you want to get some context for certain characters and, you know, certain plot threads. But just go see this movie, like, however you can, especially in theaters. Like, you need to see this movie in theaters. It's just very, like, it's a great theater movie. You're gonna have a really great time. So yeah, John Wick Chapter 4. Check it out. Keanu Reeves, he's the best. Do it. So, which will lead me now to a movie that's kind of it's an older movie. I'll call this one a retro review, retro rewind, whatever you want to call it. But so I know a lot of people have heard about the new Mario Brothers movie that came out. It's an animated movie featuring Mario and Luigi and Chris Pratt and Charlie Day and a bunch of other famous voice actors are in it. But did you guys know? Maybe some of you did. Maybe a lot of you did. That there was a.
Did.
Oh, you probably know about this, Robbie. Did you know that they actually made Mario into a live action movie?
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah. Yes. See, even Robbie knew this.
Yes, I didn't know that.
in the early 90s, and yes, it had famed British thespian actor Bob Hoskins as Mario. You're thinking, like, wait, what? You mean the guy? Like, what? Okay. And John Leguizamo was Luigi this time around. And Samantha Mathis, who played Princess Daisy, not Peach. She was actually Daisy in the movie. But she was essentially like the Peach kind of equal, related character. And of course, Dennis Hopper, the famous Dennis Hopper, great character actor, was Bowser. He was the main villain. So it was a very... I did a rewatch of it because you really can't. It's hard to watch it. Like, I feel like the only way you can really watch it, at least the way I can think of, is you either have to kind of bootleg it somehow or find it on DVD. I think they still sell on Amazon, or maybe you can, who knows, pick it up at a local DVD store or whatever if they still have those around. But after seeing it after all these years, I actually really enjoyed it. There was a lot of plot holes, yes. It's not a perfect movie. I'm not gonna say that. It's not a groundbreaking film by any means, but I really like the ambition of it. I like that they decided to take Mario and kind of make it more like Blade Runner. So it kind of because you think of Mario and you think of all the colorful mushrooms and the Toad characters and Yoshi's and this and that, and they really went heavy on the dinosaur theme. So when Mario goes to like the Mushroom Kingdom, it's like kind of like a Blade Runner-esque kind of very dark and gritty city area, which I thought was very, very kind of unique. But the way they weave elements of Mario, they do actually explain like things like the fungus, and they have bombs and different characters throughout the games. The way they actually turned into live action, I personally thought was really clever. I know a lot of people didn't like it when it first came out, but I think recently the movie's kind of been something of a kind of a cult hit, and I heard they even actually screened it over at the Quentin Tarantino theater. I think it's called the Beverly over in over by LA, and I think and it seems like it's been kind of becoming popular. And I think people have gained like a lot of respect, like, in hindsight. So I think it's a very fun movie. Don't go in expecting like anything that like life changing, and it's just a fun time. Like, I really enjoyed it. I think it's just a very fascinating movie, and just like, yeah, I was like cracking up the whole time. And honestly, I think one of the best parts of the movie that not a lot of people talked about, at least when it came out, was I really liked the chemistry between Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. Like, you believe that they're brothers. And I thought that was really cool. So, yeah, definitely check it out. Even if it's like just a morbid curiosity thing, I say just if you can find a way to watch it, definitely check it out. And I think out there's also a director's cut. There's kind of like a bit of a work print director's cut that they're working on. So I'll see if I can maybe watch that eventually and see if I can, see if it made the movie better or whatever, if it made the movie any different. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys on that. But yeah, definitely check out the Super Mario Brothers movie, 1993, with, yes, acclaimed British actor Bob Hoskins as Mario. So, yeah, so that's it for the Sue's reviews.
Very good. Very good. Yes, two for the price of one tonight. So, way to go, Kyle. And yeah, whatever he said, you should definitely listen to it. So, because I know I sure did. I listened to the whole thing. I could repeat it back to you word for word. I'm not going to, because I'm going to keep you in suspense thinking whether or not I actually listened to it.
Yeah.
You know, word for word. So.
Oh, and really quick,
Yes.
I actually met, I might even maybe post pictures about this, but I actually met the actress who played Princess Daisy from the Super Mario Brothers movie a few weekends ago
Ooh.
at one of the Comic-Cons nearby, and it was awesome. She was so cool to talk to, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, just wanted to mention that.
Well, I still can't get over the fact that you met one of the actresses from the Beethoven movies.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I didn't.
Or you didn't meet her.
I didn't meet her, but she was there,
She was
though,
at
yeah.
an event that you were at.
Yeah.
I just thought that was pretty wild. It was like
Yeah.
It had me feeling all nostalgic.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that's why it's always fun to go to those Comic-Cons and stuff like that. Like, it's, yeah.
Very good, Kyle. Well, thank you for that rousing, double the fun, double the action, triple the excitement. Get down.
Get down again.
By the way, five imaginary dollars to anybody who in the comments can point out what that is from. If you can do so, please post it in the comments. And speaking of the comments, we want you to comment about this show, about any of our episodes. If you liked what you saw, please give us a like, give us a subscription, tell your friends, comment, ring the bell, watch the Sports Buzz with Doug and I, and Screen Time with Doug and Kyle. You'll be glad you did.
Oh, yeah. Especially because we're having a new episode very soon. Keep an eye out.
Sports Blitz, there will be something out in the near future. Still trying to figure that out. But anyway, it's been great, folks, as always. Doing another episode. Again, want to send a shout out to Wes Woodson and Diamond Organizing for their continued support and sponsorship. Links in the description. And yeah, that's going to do it for tonight's episode of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, that's Kyle, just in case you didn't know that. I'm Robbie, and excuse me. And on that note, we will see you next time here on a Couch Talking Sports. Bye, everybody. Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, no, I didn't like that intro. Sorry.
It was terrible, Robbie.
I know. I was
Ugh.
like, I don't know why I decided to go up like 3 octaves. It's just like there's
Disgusting. Just awful.
Like that,
I'm gonna
excuse me.
if I had to rate that, I would rate it like a negative 3 out of 10. Just awful.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
All right. You can
Just
calm down.
so
now.
bad.
Okay.
Worst intro of all time. Just wow. Sorry, I'm just over it. I'm just kidding.
You hurt my feelings. And that was the quickest jump to.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Take 2.
All right.
5, 4, 3,